What up, Tube? How's it going? It's your boy DJ here. We're going to talk in depth about this lawsuit for Genius International Brands or GNUS stock. Let you guys go. I've actually got the actual what are you going to call it? The lawsuit right here in front of me. It's 21 pages from the Scott and Scott attorneys. It's basically Salvador Vernon individually and on behalf of others suing Genius Brands International Incorporated and Andy Hayward. I'm just going to go through the lawsuit with you, let you know exactly what it's about and what is said. I've tried sharing the screen before, but it seems like it comes out blurry. Let me see if I can do a display capture here real quick. Nope, that's not working. But yeah, it's basically, they're just running through the case, why they're suing him, and so on and so forth. So I'm just going to go through it with you guys real quick for those of you that may not know about the lawsuit and what's going on with Genius Brands International, as well as the stock. So I'm going to go through this with you guys real quick. So, because like I said, this is a person in my group, on my Facebook group, actually bought the thing to download this, and it gave us the whole 21-page lawsuit in depth with everything. So I'm just going to go through it with you guys, and we're going to see how it goes from there. And we're going to switch cameras now, and let's see here how we're doing. Yep. All right, so let's start at the top here. Like I said, it is Salvador Vernon from Chicago, and he is suing Andy and Genius Brands, complaint for violations of federal securities law. These happen. I did a thing on my group. There's about over 400 of these a year from shareholders against companies that basically get butthurt because they lost like this or that, you know what I mean? So it's not something that's new by any stretch of the imagination. It is very much a regular thing. All right, so here we go, guys. We're going to get into it. Nature of the action: the fraud class action brought to you to pursue remedies under Securities Exchange of Act 1934, the Exchange Act, on behalf of all persons and entities other than defendants defined below. So basically, he's doing it on behalf of all of us, stating that he pretty much got screwed. He said they were heavily marketing into retail investors through the use of several misleading tactics to entice investments. For example, Genius repeatedly compared itself to Netflix, calling it the Netflix for kids, but for free. Netflix is, of course, one of the most successful growth stocks in the last decade, growing from under $10 a share in 2010 to over $450 a day, and likening Genius to Netflix created an unwarranted fear of missing out, or FOMO, among investors. Genius also touted its purported association with celebrities like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Stan Lee in order to create hype. That's all true. I mean, it's not misleading. So, how many times have you heard the next Michael Jordan, or compared LeBron to Jordan, or Tiger Woods is the Michael Jordan of golf? They didn't say that they were going to be successful or the stocks going to be the way. They just compared themselves to Netflix for kids, which it is. It's just like Netflix. It's an app. You go through and choose just like Netflix, and you pick what you want to watch, and it's free. But there's also a paid service because all of them have it. I mean, Amazon has it. YouTube has it, where you can buy extra stuff. So all that stuff is just, I don't think that holds any merit, in my opinion. Throughout this period, he feels like he's made false and misleading statements. Nickelodeon purported broadcast expansion of Genius Rainbow Rangers, subscription fees for the cartoon channel, and the company growth potential overall prospects as a company, while the share of Genius price was artificially inflated due to these misstatements. They registered for sales of tens of millions of shares, along with certain longtime investors to cash out at the expense of plaintiff and class. Genius is a multimedia company that licenses entertainment content for children, and the security trades on Nasdaq stock exchange on the United States and our ticker symbol GNUS, which we all know. So basically, let me get down to the nuts and bolts of this. Want to get down to where he started here. So he says on May 7th of 20, Genius conducted a direct offering of 8 million shares for proceeds approximating $2.8 million. The shares were sold to long-standing investors at 35 cents a share, even though then the current market price was 48 cents. And he says on May 11th, 2020, Genius conducted another direct offering of 12 million shares for a total proceeds of $5.4 million. The shares were sold to longtime investors for 45 cents per share, even though the shares traded for 83 cents. On May 19, 2020, Genius sold 7.5 million shares to longtime shareholders at $1.20 per share, even though the then current price was $1.50. And on then May 29th, they sold 20 million more shares at a direct offering to longtime shareholders at $1.50, even though it was $1.83. Alongside these offerings, Genius conducted another direct offering of 12 million shares for a total price of, I messed up here. Alongside these offerings, Genius conducted a nonstop campaign of hype and press release to boost the price of Genius shares. These releases touted the intellectual properties connected to Genius by hyped and launch of its new educational multimedia platform, the Cartoon Channel app. The press release contained exaggerated statements, buzzwords, and highlighted tenuous connections to celebrities like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Warren Buffett, and Stan Lee. They all are true. They really did have those connections. I mean, all he's saying is it was getting hyped up. Of course it's getting hyped up. Here's the big thing, though, I want to get to. I don't want to keep reading all the just jargon. He's basically accusing Andy of pumping and selling high. Let's see, the release is intended. I'm going to try to attach this PDF to this video so you guys can read it yourself. So I'm going to see if there's a possible way I can do that in the comments below. But that way you can read the whole thing. Like I said, it's 21 pages. I want to get to the part where he talks about Andy. Let's see here. He basically says Andy sold like 250 million shares at a certain price after he hyped it up. And then, okay, here we go. On June 19, 2020, while the price of Genius stock was artificially inflated, defendant Andy Howard sold 460,574 shares at an average price of $2.94 for a total of $1.3 million. On July 2nd, Genius issued a press release touting a key business development would be announced on July 6th. This vague announcement significantly boosted the stock price as the price jumped from $2.31 on July 1st to $3.55 on July 2nd. The July 6th announcement, however, was another exaggerated process release where Genius announced the creation of a joint venture with Powell. See, all this stuff he's saying is true. They're not lying about it. Now, as far as Andy selling, people in my group have said with DD, they've debunked all this stuff. My group is Genius Brands, all bulls, no bears, if you see it on Facebook. But I've had people tell me that they just within 5 minutes of Googling all this was already debunked. Andy's used to be getting hit with stuff. So basically they're accusing Andy of inflating and pumping and dumping. This is what's going on. And then, of course, it says he's suing for, basically money back, lawyer fees, restitution for all of us, and so on and so forth. The biggest key I wanted to take out of this, I'm going to go down to the very bottom page, number 21, so don't make this video real long. And it comes down to Mr. Salvador Vernon on 6/3/2020 bought 65,000 shares at $7.50, and then later that day he bought 30 more thousand shares at 5 cents more at 75. But then on 6/9 he bought 35,000 shares at $3.80. So that's 125 shares that he bought. So and now he's mad because it's down. It's down because of the pumping and dumping of shareholders. It's down because the pumping and dumping of all these brokerages out here. The Wall Street said the worst thing that ever happened in the stock market was these day trading apps. With E-Trade, TD Ameritrade, Robinhood, Webull, all this stuff, because they've learned how to pump and short. I, for one, am not worried about it. And here's Andy. The price is down at the budget right now, and he did himself say we won't see profits till 21. So, but all the stuff he's accusing of with the Schwarzenegger and Warren Buffett and the Powell and how they talked about stuff is all, it holds no merit. It's all true. He's just claiming that they were using that to pump the stock. And so he could dump it. I mean, he himself had said he's never dumped any stock. He's never sold one share. You can believe what you want to believe. That's fine. We're all free to do that. But this guy's basically butthurt because he bought in high, because he was on this side of the angle and we were on this side of the angle. So I hold no merit to it. Like I said, I'm going to try to put the PDF below, and hopefully you guys can read the whole thing for yourself. I'll do what I can. And then if you're in my group, the PDF is in there. So I just want to let you guys know a little bit about what was going on, because I have the whole full thing. And really, if you read it all, it's got no merit. It's just a guy who, in my opinion, had FOMO, bought high, and got butthurt because it's down to like $1.20 right now, and it's basically a value price. And in 21, we should see it reach, they said, anywhere from $8 to $11 a share. I mean, long-term investing is long-term investing. That's what it is. So, I mean, I put it in perspective in my group. This is only 4 months old. If you consider that the history of the company is longer, what I consider is when he hired all the new people, like Margaret Loesch and a whole new management team, and got everything rolling, rolled out the cartoon channel, all the stuff I did. It started in May, June, July. Here we are in the middle of August. It's only 4 months old. They're doing what they got to do. They got toys coming out. They got the cartoon channel going, the iOS app. It's only 4 months old. People just don't get that. So the people that bought in high are just butthurt because it's low. Just wait. It's not our fault you bought it at $7. And it's not our fault that you used all the hype to do it. If you're accusing somebody of pumping and dumping, accuse the stockholders of doing that. Accuse the people that are, when you see those hundreds come across, like when it hits a certain price and you see like a whole list that says 100 shares, 100 shares, 100 shares, those are people that have bots set up to sell. They buy and then they sell. So when you're looking at 120,000 shares and it goes up 20 cents, those shorters do that. I mean, he could have done the same thing, but it just holds no merit. So hopefully you guys can read it. You understand a little bit more. Give a like and a thumbs up to the video. Hit the subscribe button. I'll try to give you guys on top of stuff. If you haven't seen my other one, I've got another Gnus Brands video in here. And then I've also got in this playlist, and I've also got Hyliion stock versus Nikola, which Hyliion is one I would jump on right now. Today is August 23rd, so I would definitely do that because I think that's another good investment for you guys. But I'm not an investment specialist. I just give you my opinion and to tell you what was up. But anyway, there's other videos in there if you guys want to see them. Hopefully you guys understood this, and most of all, hopefully I can get the PDF on there for you and you can read it. Hope everybody has a great day, and hope everybody has a green Monday. Thank you everybody for watching, and we'll catch you next time.